Hey guys, I'm out on my Boga Yoga paddleboard here and I wanted to share just a little flow with you. You can do it on land, or if you have a paddleboard, I encourage you to get out when the lake is nice and flat. Just remember to use an anchor. I have an anchor specifically made for paddleboarding. You can make your own out of a 7-pound weight, the rubber covered ones with some fishing rope and a D-ring clip. And then also making sure that your paddle's out of the way. So I use my ankle strap and I actually just tie it around the neck of my paddle and I just throw it off to the side. So make sure it's nice and secure. And once you do all of that, then just take a few moments to settle in and root yourself. So feeling that energy of the earth beneath you. And also just take a few moments to release anything that no longer serves you. Literally feel it sinking down through the water and into the earth and just let it melt away. And then set an intention for your practice. And I invite you to imagine roots connecting you to the earth, all the way through the water to the core of the earth. And then draw that energy up as you lengthen your spine, sitting nice and tall. And come into your yoga breath. So inhaling and exhaling through the nostrils, drawing each breath deep into the belly. Just take a few moments to just feel that connection. And then when you feel ready, we're going to turn so your legs, if you're on a board, your legs are facing the nose of your board. And you're in the staff pose here. So legs extended, your feet are nice and active, and rooting those sitting bones firmly into the earth. Draw that energy up, lengthening the spine. And as you inhale, just lengthen, lengthen, lengthen. And as you exhale, gently folding forward. And whatever's accessible, you can hold onto your toes, the outside of your feet, or even palms flat down on the earth. And as you exhale, coming back to center. And now we're going to come into Ardha Matsyendrasana, a seated twist. So I invite you to bend that right knee and then lift the right foot, cross it over the left thigh. And your choice here, always listen to your body, honor your body, and do what feels right for you. So your choice here, the different options would be to keep the leg extended or bend that left knee and draw that left heel to the right hip. Inhale, lengthening your spine, and as you exhale, twisting from the core to the right and planting the fingertips down to support yourself. Inhale, again, lengthening. Exhale, twisting now a little higher up across the rib cage. And then I invite you to continue lengthening on each inhale and twisting a little deeper on each exhale until it feels complete for you. And on your next exhale, untwisting back to center, and then I invite you to transition gently into cow face pose. So the right knee stacked over the left, both knees are bent, and both feet nice and active. And I invite you to modify however you need to. So remembering every body is different, everyone's proportions are different, and level of flexibility. So listen in and do what feels right. Inhale, again, rooting those sitting bones, lengthening the spine, and as you exhale, I invite you to fold forward if that feels good for you. Inhale as you come back to center. Now extending the right leg, keeping that left knee bent off to the side. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, fold forward again. And remembering just to lengthen on each inhale and trying not to hunch over, and keep that length in the spine. And just continue to breathe until it feels complete. When you find that sweet spot, and just stay there. Exhale, come back to center. Now the other side, Ardha Matsyendrasana, lifting that left knee, cross the left foot, now over the right thigh, and I invite you to modify as needed. You can bend that right knee if you choose. Inhale, lengthening the spine. Exhale, twisting from the core to the left. And just continue to breathe, lengthening and twisting a little higher up with each exhale until it feels complete for you. And you can bring your gaze over your shoulder if that's comfortable for your neck. Exhale as you unfold, and we're going to come into our cow face pose on the opposite side, remembering just to root those sitting bones, feet nice and active. Inhale, lengthen, and I invite you to choose. So come into any expression if you want to fold forward gently. Inhale, coming back to center, and this time extending the left leg, right knee bent off to the side. Just place that right foot on the inside of the left thigh. Inhale, lengthening. Exhale, fold forward. So this is a great flow to come into if you're new to SUP Yoga, which is stand-up paddleboard yoga. So just trying to do things where you're staying close to the board and you're balancing your weight so it's equally balanced on your board. So it's great to start with stretching and basic postures. And then you can come into butterfly pose. So I invite you to use this posture. If you need any support, use it if you're on land. And place your hands on your feet. Inhale, lengthen. And I invite you to fold forward on your exhale if that feels good to you. Lots of boats, lots of activity out here, but just bear with me here. Exhale as you come back to center. And then we're going to come into an easy pose, your legs crossed. Transfer your weight forward. Oh, here comes a boat. And now coming to tabletop pose. Shoulders stacked over the wrists and your hips stacked over the knees. We're going to come into our cat-cow tilt. So inhale as you tilt the pelvis up towards the sky, sinking the navel towards the earth, shoulder blades back, and looking towards the horizon. As you exhale, tilt the pelvis down towards the earth and move the spine up to the sky as the head hangs towards the earth like a bowling ball. So find your flow, find your rhythm here, just thinking of the waves of an ocean or the lake. Just find that flow, find what feels good. And then when that feels complete, take as many breaths here as you choose. Then I invite you to, on your next exhale, press those hips, lift those knees, and come up into your downward facing dog. Again, if you're on a board, so just play around with balance here and try it out. Have fun with it. Be gentle with yourself. And if you fall in, that's part of the fun. So in your downward facing dog, I invite you to keep the knees bent or soft and pedal your feet. So walk your dog here and just continue to breathe. So this is a great beginner flow for the paddleboard and also on land. And then from here, I invite you to walk your feet forward. So if you're on a board, right to the center line. So on your feet should be on each side of the handle, right in the center of your board. And keep your knees bent or soft in your forward fold. As you inhale, send your arms back like delta wings. As you unfold, turn the palms up to the sky, leading with the pinky finger all the way up into your extended mountain, Utthita. So in your extended mountain here, now bring your palms together. As you exhale, sink the hands down to heart center. And then just check in with your mountain. This is a great balancing posture, a great way to work on your mountain. So just drawing that energy up. Check in with your pada bandhas, your feet foundations. So you can lift the toes, spread them slightly, and press all four corners. So the front two toe pads, the two back corners of your heels, rooting firmly, and then lower the toes. Draw that energy up. Thighs are nice and active. Draw it all the way up from the tailbone to the crown of your head, so you're standing nice and tall. Relax the shoulders, draw those shoulder blades back, and allow your fingers to relax. And then inhale, float those arms back up into extended mountain, Utthita. And from here, as you exhale, turn your palms out, hinging at the hips. You're going to swan dive down towards the earth into your forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale as you lift halfway, Ardha Uttanasana. And as you exhale, fold forward again. And then you're going to step back one leg at a time into a plank. So if you're brave and you want to try the balancing posture, so you're equally balanced here on your board. So if you feel comfortable in your high plank, then I invite you to try it out on your board and see how it feels. You can always come into a modified version with your knees down. So listen to your body, and then I hope this helped you, gave you a little beginner flow to try out on your board or on land. And from here, I invite you to sink the hips back, point your toes together, sink those hips back towards the heels, and come into a child's pose and end off your practice this way. So take as long as you need here, and then I invite you to transition to Shavasana or anything that you choose to complete your practice. Thanks for watching. Namaste.